Hey guys, my name's Turner Edgens, co-owner and founder of Edgens Buck Landscapes. In this video today, we're going to be doing three things. We're going to teach you how to plant a plant in the winter. We're going to tell you why we like to put mulch over our plants in the winter. And then we're going to head up the road to a past installation and check out how it's doing. Today we're going to be planting a rhododendron. It's an evergreen. As you can see over here, we kind of need some of those in this landscape. And the spot we've chosen is right here on the edge of this mulch bed and this grass patch. First step, dig our hole. All right. Now that our hole's dug, we can go ahead and put the rhododendron in there. It's very important that you make your hole about twice the size in circumference and deeper than the pot itself, so you have room for your chosen soil amendment. Our soil amendment we use for rhododendrons is peat moss because it creates a loose, acidic, well-drained environment, which is really good for these plants. First order of business, get the rhododendron out of the pot. Once you have it out of the pot, the next thing you want to do is really break up the root ball. So it makes it easier for it to grow. Once you have your rhododendron out of the pot and the roots razzled up, you can go ahead and take your amendment, which in our case is peat moss, put a good amount of that stuff in there. And you want to get about a good 50-50 blend of your soil amendment and your natural soil. And once you have that, go ahead and use your shovel or pickaxe, whatever you got, and just go ahead and mix it up nice and even. You're ready to take your rhododendron and put it in the ground. And you can start putting your soil back in the hole. Maybe for a half a plant. Once you got it most of the way in this case we don't have any, but if sometimes when you pull them out, especially in the summer and the soil's a little more loose, you can take whatever leftover you got, because a lot of times whatever nurseries you get from get little beads. Those are really good when the rain comes, dissolves them, gives the plant really good nutrients. So always take that, just kind of sprinkle around the plant like that, and then yeah, you're pretty much done. Another thing you can do in the winter to upgrade your landscape is put down mulch. We do this because a lot of the times in the cold and whatnot, the ground gets really cold, and it makes it harder for the roots to expand. So when you put that extra layer of mulch down, it helps keep warmth in, which really can help maintain the health of your plants throughout the winter and those cold frosts. Get a good 2-3 inches above your plant. Any more than that, you might get some root rot. Any less than that really isn't enough to do much. It's a bad thing to put so much mulch down because of root rot. Root rot is basically when you have way too much on top of the roots of a plant, or you add too much, you put it too far in the ground and it holds water, and there's too much moisture, and eventually even into a living root, it will rot over time. And also you see it on trees a lot, when those roots kind of come out of the ground, you know, and you see them. Don't put soil or mulch over those, or else those will get root rot. Your tree will die and probably fall on your house. All right, now we're down the road at an installation we did towards the end of last year, because fall, around September to early October, is perfect for planting plants. We like to use a mix of deciduous, as you can see here, and evergreen shrubs, just so you never lose any of that nice color in the wintertime. We also like to incorporate a lot of leveling with our stuff. That's why we put ground covers like lariopy and phlox in front of plants like encore azaleas, boxwoods, and other holly variations of plants. Also, we have butterfly bushes here. More butterflies over here, kind of carrying out that theme. Some taller stuff like hollies, again, an evergreen. We really like them because, you know, in Asheville, of course, leaves are going to fall off every winter. We don't like to have that around the whole thing. Although it is really nice to have deciduous plants in the spring to get that really lush bloom, like these oak leaf hydrangeas we got here. And as you can see over here, we got a lot of rosebud abelias. They have these really pretty flowers that stay on in the wintertime. We also have some forsythia over here that's eventually going to grow up along this wall. Really pretty yellow flowers. And then a lot of our landscape installations, we like to do these staple pieces. Like we'll put a tree. In this case, we have a dynamite crepe myrtle. Really pretty deep red blooms throughout the entire summer. And to kind of cap it off, we have more evergreen holly bushes along right here. You can't see them yet, but they'll be here in the springtime. We have about 160 bulbs for tulips, marigolds, all sorts of native wildflowers. They want to put some more stuff down in the spring, but at the moment we can kind of carry the theme out with all these evergreens. We got more oak leaf hydrangeas through here. We got really nice redbud trees, as again, they're deciduous, the leaves have fallen off. But it's a nice privacy screen. We have arborvitaes kind of lining this patio space right here. We have another deciduous tree over here, another staple piece. That's a Chinese maple tree, really pretty yellow color in the fall, along with a bunch of ground covers below it. We planted plots because we get a lot of shade back here. That's another thing. You really got to think about sunlight conditions, shade, soil acidity, and all that sort of stuff, drainage when you're planting plants. All these things are here in the spots that they are for a reason. It is not willy-nilly.